Hi friends, this is Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches. This is the third part of the evergreen sweater tutorials. In this tutorial I am going to show you how to divide the stitches into the front part, into the back part and the two sleeves. Let's start. I have finished the neck edge. I have placed a piece of scrap yarn here so to know where the beginning of my round is. And now I'm going to knit a round of increases. I am going to add a total of 12 increases in this round. In order to distribute my 12 increases evenly on the round, I am going to add one increase on every sixth stitch of the round for 6 times and another 6 increases on the 7th stitch for 6 times again. So in total I will get 12 stitches, and also I'm going to alternate 6 stitches and then increase, 7 stitches and another increase, 6 stitches and then increase. In that way I will get my 12 increases and I will be left with 2 extra stitches. Please let me show you how to do it. So I'm going to knit 5 stitches, so I have knitted 5 stitches from the beginning of the round. I'm on the 6th stitch. What I'm going to do here is, first of all, the yarn should be at the back of my right needle. I'm going to place this first stitch of the left needle on the right needle, and now I am going to find the V which is created by the stitch of the previous round. Let me show you. It's a bit tight here, but if you can see it here, each stitch creates a kind of V. So there is a V on the previous round, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert my knitting needle, my left knitting needle on this V, and I'm going to knit it. So in this way I have 2 stitches out of 1. I created 2 stitches out of 1, and I'll continue in this way. As I said, I'm going to alternate adding my stitches every 6th and then every 7th stitch. So now I'm going to knit 6 stitches, and this is my 7th stitch. Let me count from my previous increase. So here is my increase. I am going to count 6, and on the 7th stitch, which is this one, first I'm going to place the yarn behind my right needle. I'm going to place the stitch on the right needle, and then I'm going to find the V of the previous round with my left needle like this and knit this V, adding an extra stitch. So this is the way that I'm going to add my 12 increases. If you prefer another method, please use that method. Please add your increases and I will meet you at the end of the round. At the end of the round, if you add your increases the way I'm doing it, when you add your last increase, there should be 2 stitches left, and also there should be 92 stitches in total on this round. So please add your increases and I will meet you then. So now, after you have added your increases, it's time to calculate how many of these stitches you are going to use for the front part, for the back part and the 2 sleeves. And please let me explain to you how we calculate this. So please, first let me tell you some things on how we divide the parts of the body. If we would divide the parts of the body equally, we would divide two sleeves, the back and the front, meaning that we would divide our stitches into 4 parts. But because the front and the back part of our bodies are not the same, there is a curve on our backs that we have to take into account, because if we don't, we will end up with a very tight collar. So in order to compensate for that, we will need to have some more fabric for our back part. And we do this by knitting these extra short rows. I will show you in a while. The first thing we will do is to divide the total number of our stitches by 3. We are going to use 1/3 for the front part, 1/3 for the back part, and 1/3 for the two sleeves, meaning that we are going to divide this 1/3 into 2 parts. So the total number of my stitches is 92. I am going to divide these 92 stitches in 3 parts. If I divide my stitches by 3, I get 30.6 stitches. Of course, as you understand, we cannot use a decimal number for our stitches. So what we need to do is this. If our decimal is over 5, we go up to the next number. If it's below 5, we go down to the previous number. So here we will use a whole number, and the way that I'm going to divide my stitches is this. I am going to use 28 stitches for my two sleeves, meaning that I will use 14 stitches for each one of the sleeves. I am going to use 24 stitches for the back part of the sweater and 32 stitches for the front part. Also, I'm going to use 8 stitches in total for my raglan rows. That is, I'm going to use 2 stitches for each of the raglan rows. And as you might notice, I use 8 fewer stitches for the back part, and this is because when I'm going to knit my short rows, then I will add 8 increases on these short rows, and in this way, when I finish adding my short rows, the number of stitches for the back part and the front part will be exactly the same. So this is the way we calculate the division of our stitches for the body parts and the sleeves. Please watch my next tutorial, which is on how we use pieces of scrap yarn or stitch markers in order to divide these stitches into the body parts. If you liked my tutorial, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.